Namaste. Welcome to our Panchakosha journey. So far, we have cared for body, breath, and the restless mind. Now we arrive at the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the layer of insight, the place where we tell truth from false. Let me share a short Vedic story with you. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, a young seeker named Bhrigu goes to his father, sage Varuna, and asks, "What is the highest truth?" Varuna says, like a typical sage, "Look within and find out." Bhrigu meditates and first sees the body, Annamaya Kosha, and says, "Maybe this is it." He returns, Varuna shakes his head. Bhrigu looks deeper and sees prana, then mind. Still not it. When his attention settles on direct knowing, a quiet flash that says, "Yes, this is right," then he touches Vijnanamaya Kosha. Bhrigu's journey is like that of a lamp. The clay is the body, oil is the prana, wick is the mind. But until we strike discernment, there's no flame, isn't it? Vijnanamaya is that spark of clear seeing. So, over the next 2 days, we will focus on two things. One, single pointed attention or dharana. We'll start with antartrataka, steady internal gazing to train the mind to stay on one point, just as Bhrigu stayed with each layer until it revealed its lesson. Second, self enquiry or swadhyaya. Seated in silence with one question: who is choosing my next thought? This gentle questioning invites the same inner clarity Bhrigu found. Remember, Vijnanamaya doesn't shout, it whispers. Every time you pause before reacting and ask, "Is this helpful? Is this true?" you feed that lamp more oil. So, are you ready to light that inner lamp? Roll out your mat. Our exploration of Vijnanamaya Kosha begins now.
Namaste. Welcome back to Bharat Yoga Vidya Kendra, the series of International Day of Yoga. So today, it's the Vijnanamaya Kosha. So as we have all known, we have started from Annamaya Kosha and then we moved on to Pranamaya Kosha. And then we entered further inside to know about or touch upon the Manomaya Kosha. Today, we will be looking at the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellect part. Intellect part is always misunderstood as more analytic, more questioning, more looking outward, more criticizing others, more observing others. But the Vijnanamaya Kosha is the self-study, self-inquiry. How are we using the knowledge, the wisdom, what we would have gained by surrendering to the lotus feet of the Guru? How do we know ourselves better? How do we improve ourselves better? How do we utilize our physical and the breathing, the pranamaya kosha and the annamaya kosha, and use the manomaya kosha to move further to vijnanamaya kosha? Let's start with today's practice. So today, before we start, I'll just introduce what we are going to do. We'll be doing Sukshma Vyayamas. Most of us or many of us would have heard about the famous brahmachari, Dhirendra Brahmachari. So he was the person in 50s to 70s, 1950 to 50 to 70, who popularized the Sukshma and the Sthula Vyayamas. There are several practices. Those who can't do the regular yoga asana practices, or those who cannot do too much of physical practices, for them Dhirendra Brahmachari designed a set of Sukshma and Sthula Vyayamas. In today's Sukshma Vyayamas, we will focus on the 7 energy centers. So we'll see how to integrate the physical and the breathing to stimulate or activate the inner energy centers, the chakras, what we popularly known as. To start with, we will sit in Sukhasana, palms and chin mudra, eyes gently, pleasantly closed. Relax your facial muscles. Try and have a pleasant smile both internally and externally. Try and observe your breathing. See if your breathing is happening through both the nostrils. Let every inhale energize your body. Let every exhale release all unwanted. Staying connected with your breathing. Continue to allow your body to be relaxed, calming down your mind. Prepare both physically and mentally for today's practice. We'll start with 3 rounds of Omkara chanting. A slow inhale. 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 Observing the vibration. Slowly bring your palms together. Gently press your palms to create that pressure on your wrists and your forearms. Let your thumb fingers be very close or placed on the Anahata chakra. Observe the pressure. Keep pressing it till your awareness, your concentration, your consciousness is being drawn towards your palms. Letting go of all the distractions. As your palms are in Namaskara Mudra, as it at your heart center, the Anahata chakra, remember your Guru, whom you believe, whom you follow. Remember the deity whom you believe in, whom you surrender completely. The Namaskara Mudra or Prarthana Mudra at your heart center is now slowly loosening up as your consciousness comes to your heart center. We'll start with Guru Mantra. Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Ena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurum Militam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोतं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिं निराणतोऽस्मि। ॐ। You may continue to keep your awareness on your palms. This is the first practice for today's Sukshma Vyayama, where we bring our attention to the hands, press them against each other, create that pressure. When your distractions, disturbances is all moved away, we loosen up and then stay connected to the Anahata Chakra. This is how the Namaskara Mudra or Prarthana Mudra should be adapted, getting connected to the Anahata Chakra. You may continue to keep your eyes closed throughout the practice and try and follow all the instructions as it is. Try not to analyze, try not to question yourself, question the practices. Just try and accept and continue. Then try and observe, use your intellect to notice the changes within. Slowly bring your palms together. If it is released, rub them faster and faster. Feel the warmth. We'll place the palms over your eyes. Transform the warmness. Experience the warmness. Slowly bring your palms down. Let your eyes be closed. The next practices, can some of them be practiced in the standing position? If you're unable to do the practice in standing position, if you have some difficulty in balancing or some difficulty in standing, you can continue to sit on the floor as I'm seated or as you would be currently seated. Or if you're sitting on a chair, kindly continue to sit on the chair. I'll slowly stretch my legs to any one side. You could also do along with me. I'll gently release the legs, bend the toes, stretch your feet, move your legs, release any numbness, tightness from your knees or your calves. Take the hand support by the side, bend your legs at your knees one by one. All of this is continuing to happen with the eyes closed. You'll slowly come to standing position. Stand in Samasthiti, feet together. If you feel when you're standing feet together, if your balance is not comfortable, as most of us may experience, you may keep it slightly wide. Just leave it as it is. Or if you think this is still not comfortable, you can gently widen your feet. Keep it around 1 or half foot apart. Don't keep it too much wide. Or if you're not very comfortable with our eyes closed, please feel free to open your eyes. I'll bring my feet closer, hands by the side, and then your chin. We went from the Anahata Chakra with Prarthana Mudra. Now we are moving to the Vishuddhi, the cleansing of the throat. So for which you'll gently lift your chin up, and then the chin will move around 2 to 2.5 inches up. Then bring your awareness to the throat, the Vishuddhi Chakra. And now we'll do an active inhale, active exhale, similar the Bhastrika. 3 breathing, the bellows breath. relax. Now you may notice that there is a slight change in my sound. That's the dryness which will have due to the active inhale, active exhale. This practice is very good to clear the phlegm from the throat region. We'll try one more round. Hands relaxed by the side. Vishranti. Try and experience the dryness in your throat and then slowly bring your chin to the center. Exhale. Now we'll move to the next energy center, Sahasrara Chakra. For this, we'll further drop the head back, lifting the chin more up, where there will be contraction experienced on the neck. I'll turn to the side for your comfort. Hands by the side. Again, you will continue to keep your feet together or at the same distance where you can balance. Inhale, gently drop your head back. Observe the compression, the contraction in the neck, the back of your neck. Shoulders relaxed. Don't shrug your shoulders. Shoulders relaxed. Now you may notice there is an intense stretch. So the sound, my voice is slightly varied. Now bring your awareness onto the crown part of the head, the Sahasrara. And then do an active inhale, active exhale. If comfortable, kindly continue to keep your eyes closed. Vishranti. We'll try one more round. If your chin is in the center, kindly lift it up again. Start the practice. Inhale. Vishranti. Inhale and slowly bring your chin to the center. Exhale. Now we'll move to the next energy center, the Agnya Chakra. I'll turn to the front. For Agnya Chakra, when you refer the practice by Dhirendra Brahmachari, so he suggests to keep the eyes open and then focus at a point at around 5 feet in front of you. So look at a point in front of you at a 5 feet distance. Fix that point and then visualize that image, that object, that thing in the third eye center, the Agnya Chakra. You can visualize your guru, the deity whom you follow, bring that awareness and then do the active inhale, active exhale. If your awareness is moving here and there, gently you can tap. This is one of the practice what we would have learned, where by gently tapping your eyebrow center with any one of the finger, suggested is the middle of the ring finger, gently tap, bring that awareness. You can even gently pinch with the first 2 fingers. Gently pinch, massage, bring that awareness onto the eyebrow center. When this happens, when your awareness is on the eyebrow center, if you are continuing to keep your eyes closed, Visualize the eyebrow center and do the active inhale, active exhale. Same practice, the bellows breath. Vishrant. So we can do around 20 to 25 counts to start with, and you can slowly improve. Do second round. Inhale. Vishrant. So this we covered the Vishuddhi, the Sahasrara, popularly known as the Brahmarandra place, the top of the head, the softest part of the skull, and then the Agna Chakra. So we covered 3. So we'll move to the next energy center where it has been told the Medha Shakti. So this is again in the neck region only. So this is the place, the back of the neck, where the stem of the brain and the spine gets connected. So to stimulate this region, what we do is we drop the chin onto the chest. So you can notice it comes right in between the collarbone. So the place where it is. If some of you are not able to reach, that's fine. Eventually, when you stretch, it happens. When you're trying to forcefully do it, you may get a catch in the chin region. Don't do it forcefully. Again, hands and legs remains in the same position. And then when your chin is locked on the collarbone, and then you can feel the stretch on the neck. We'll do the breathing. Vishrant. Medha Shakti. The actual intellect. The practice to improve the intelligence. We'll do second round. Vishrant. With the next inhale, slowly bring your chin to the center. Exhale. Observe the changes. Let's move to the next practice. Sahasrara, Anahata, the heart center. So, Vakshasthala. So, for which your hands will be in the front. You will inhale, gently expand your chest, open your chest to the sky. The Anahata chakra is related to or linked to the sky blue color. So you can open up your chest to the sky. You can drop your head back if comfortable. And then do a deep breath in, breathe out. If you are not comfortable holding your hands back, you can gently take it on your waist. Inhale and slowly come to the center. Exhale. Vakshasthala, the Anahata. We'll do one more round. Inhale, gently open your chest. Open it to the sky. Pull your hands back. Gently drop your head back, or you can keep it open, facing the sky. Inhale and slowly come to the center. Exhale and relax. Try and observe the changes. Relaxing. So now we have covered the energy center, still Anahata. So now we'll move to the Kati, the waist, where we have the Swadhisthana energy center, or the loosening of the lower back, for which you will hold your right wrist with your left palm. So I'll show it here. So you are holding your right wrist with your left palm. So your hands will come on the Kati, on the lower back. So it's a active inhale, bend back, active exhale, bend forward. Do it gently. For this, if you feel you want to keep your eyes open, feel free to keep it open. And your leg position can be slightly varied. It can be slightly wide, because you are going to do a active movement, and kindly don't lose your balance. Start the practice. Inhale. Inhale and come to the center. Exhale, slowly drop your hands by the side. Observe the changes. Slow breathe in, breathe out. Let's move to the next energy center, Udara Shakti, the Manipura Chakra. So for Udara, the Manipura Chakra, the hand position, usually we keep the hands on the waist with the fingers in the front. For this especially, you will keep your fingers back, thumb fingers in the front. So you bring your awareness to the Udara. And here there are three variations. One, straight, and then the second, gently bending forward or leaning forward 60 degrees, and then the third, bending forward to 90 degrees. In all of these, the movement of the abdomen will be active. So in some of the breathing also, we would have seen the abdomen is moving rigorously, but in this we will focus on the abdomen to move it in and out actively. So hands on the waist, thumb fingers in the front, 4 fingers back. So we'll first do the straight breathe in, breathe out. Try to visualize. You may keep your eyes open and look at the abdomen movement, or you can start the practice. Inhale. Vishrant. Slow inhale, exhale. If some of us would like to do a second variation of 60 degrees, you may gently lean forward for 60 degrees, and then don't strain your knees. If your knees want to be bent, you can bend your knees. Hips can move slightly back. Awareness on the Udara, abdomen again, the Manipura Chakra. Eyes gently closed. Inhale. and come to the center. Exhale, relax. So this was the Manipura or the Udhara. And the last energy center, the Mooladhara. Mooladhara, it predominantly works on the pelvic region and the lower centers, lower part of the body. So for which your feet can be slightly wide, but your thighs will be together. So you may notice there is no gap in between my thighs. Earlier it was slightly wide. So now your thighs will come closer. Squeeze your buttocks, your glutes. So you will squeeze it in. You will not squeeze it with your hands. I'm just showing it. So your thighs are closer, your glutes, your buttocks will be squeezed, and then visualize your pelvic, the lower abdomen, and then squeeze it in as if you're breathing in from the apana vayu, the apana, the anal opening. So it is as if you're pulling air from the apana, and then squeeze, hold. Ekam, dve, treni, chatvari, pancha, shat, sapta. Relax. So this is also a similar, which there is a bandha called Mula Bandha, but this is not Mula Bandha. This is the Sukshma Vyayama for Mooladhara. Again, gently tighten your thighs, squeeze your buttocks, pull your air in from apana, from the anal opening. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Now you are filling up your lungs from downward. That should be the visualization. Hold. Ekam, dve, treni, chatvari, pancha, shat, sapta, ashta, nava, dasha. Vishrant. Relax. Slowly, with your eyes closed, bend your legs at your knees. Stretch your legs to any one comfortable side. Lie down on your back. Now that you have stimulated the different energy centers with the Sukshma Vyayama and the breathing practice, we'll try to listen to the Guru, Shriyam Sir, what he has to say about Vijnanamaya Kosha. Just lying down, listen to the talk, listen to the audio, see how we can improvise our intellect with the Guru Vani.
The old Sanskrit word for discrimination is viveka. Viveka Chudamani, which is a nice text written by Shankara. People say Shankara wrote it, he must have. It's called the crest jewel of discrimination, Viveka Chudamani. In this, Viveka is described as the capacity one develops, also cultivates, on and on as we go along, to distinguish between what is real and what is unreal. Okay. Now, when you say what is real and what is unreal, unfortunately, now when we live in this world with our five senses functioning and so on, we tend to think what is unreal is real and real is unreal. It's the other way around. That's how we look at this world. We think this is real, while actually this is not the reality. So, now this is a long subject. Okay. The other day I was listening to a scientist from Oxford talking about this matter, and it was very interesting because he came up with roughly the same theory that we understood many years ago. He said, actually, you have no proof that this world is real because what we know is only the images of this world that we get. We really don't know this world. Look, I understand an object only from the definitions of the object.
and what is presented to me through my sense organs. I get only an image of that. That it exists, there is no doubt. But it is not the image that exists, which I get, but it is in reality existing in some way. From there, he draws the conclusion, so therefore there is existence, but the existence as we see it may or may not be true. So, in such case, how can we call something a reality about which we know nothing? We know only what comes to our senses. Maybe it is something else. Maybe some other beings looking at it will see that there is nothing there, only air. So, when you consider these, you realize that there is pure existence. What we see are only modifications of that existence. Anything that takes us towards that and not gets us caught too much in the modifications should be considered as the right thing to do. And it can vary according to circumstances also. Keep that blueprint and test it out. So, this is the way to do it. And it may differ for different people because we are attracted to different things. We are made like that. We are different. We're not the same. And there are some similarities, but we are really different. And we are not trying to make all the differences go away. That's okay. Each develops according to the individual way. We are not trying to make a garden which consists of only roses. The true garden has marigold, it has roses, it has lotuses. So any attempt to mold somebody into a rose is bad, according to me. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to say. We don't want to do that kind of artificial gardening where we have only one set of flowers every year. No. So therefore, since different flowers blossom in different ways and they need different exposures, a teacher's job is to provide that and let it bloom. Look at the lotus. A lotus is a very beautiful flower. It blooms in the water. It has a very faint scent which we cannot even detect. Only the bumblebee detects the smell, the fragrance. But it is beautiful. It doesn't have fragrance. Look at the jasmine. It's a small little flower, nothing nondescript, nothing much to talk. But look at the fragrance. So each human being has a different potential like that. So we need to look at that and take the person accordingly. It's a big job. Babaji tried 3.5 years and after that for 6 years with one person. And he said, this is terrible. You imagine so many people have to, So it's like that. Everyone, believe me, has something very valuable in them. Everybody. Forget about what is not valuable. Forget it. We don't look at that. We look only at what is the gem. In fact, there is the mythical bird called the Hamsa, which is a white swan, which tradition says that if you mix water and milk, the swan will put its beak in and take only the milk. So, the object of the yogi is to see that. Well, because his eyes and his perception or her perceptions become stronger, you might detect things which others can't detect. Fine, that's all right. But try to look at the essence. And if you detect, it's your duty if the person is willing to correct it. Yes. The person is not willing. Some people use the danda, but stick, but we don't. It needs to come by itself. Tendai pani, tenda.
After listening to the Guru's wisdom, now we may start using the Vijnanamaya Kosha appropriately for our own observation, for our own self improvement, self enquiry. We'll conclude today's practice with the Shanti Mantra. We'll slowly bend the toes, stretch your feet, move your legs, relax and loosen your legs, move your fingers, free your shoulders, bend both the legs at your knees, move it to your right and left, relax your back, free your seat. Turn to any one side, either to your right or left. Take the support of your hands and legs appropriately. And when you're coming up, try to keep your eyes closed. Sitting comfortably. We'll conclude with the Shanti Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And take your hands on your back. Hold your right wrist. Pull them down. With an exhale, slowly and gently bow down to the lotus feet of the Guru. With the next inhale, slowly come up. Bring your palms together. Start rubbing your palms. Experience the warmness. Place your palms over your eyes. Transform the warmness onto your eyes and facial muscles. With a pleasant, beautiful smile, gently open your eyes and look at your palms. Dhanyavada. Shubhadina. Thank you for joining. Take care.